So you compete on multiple martial art platforms and in different ways. So as much as your game is physical, it's also very mental. What kind of mental workouts do you try to do to help clear your mind and, like get all the trolls out, I guess I should say?
Yeah. So in terms of any trolls, I'm a troll myself. So I actually just I love when people want to talk crap to me. It's actually very funny. It makes me laugh. And so I love to kind of like either talk crap back to them, or if they're just being really nasty, I just block them. You can keep making new accounts. I'll just keep blocking you. It's really easy to tone it out, at least at my level currently, because I only have like less than 2,000 followers, or maybe at 2,000 followers. I don't even know. And I don't have like millions of people's eyeballs on me that all these people can be talking bad about me. So it's not bad yet. But I've had a couple people,
right.
you know, the most common insult that I feel like me and other female MMA fighters I've talked to have received is you look like a tranny, or you look like a man. And it's like, okay, well, I don't really know what to say about that, but I'm not, and have a good day, sir. You know, like, so you just have to like let it roll off your back. And I don't need to do anything. I'm not a person that has any sort of like stress or anxiety or depression, so like it doesn't hit me too hard when I receive any sort of hate. It's like I said, I just laugh about it and move on about my day. But in general, if I feel like things are making me upset, I just put the phone down, because it's really that easy. At the end of the day, like, they can't come into my house and argue with me. So you're pretty safe if you just put the phone down.
There you go. Now, outside of the trolls, how do you kind of mentally focus when it comes to competing? Like, how do you turn it on right before and then turn it off right after?
Yeah, so I try to actually keep myself as calm as possible going up to any sort of fight or competition. I've been competing a lot. I've had over 100 wrestling matches. I've weighed in over 100 times. I've had a lot of competition, like a lot. So I've really gotten used to competing. And, you know, there's always going to be nerves with competing. Anybody who says that they don't have nerves going up to a competition is either like, you know, a liar or a psychopath. So there's going to be some sort of nerves, and they can either be good nerves or bad nerves. And I like to think of them as good nerves. But I try to keep them shut off right up until the day of competition or the day of weigh-in. And then once I get to it, I kind of just embrace those nerves, because I'm the type of person, I can be sitting at my desk at work, or I could be sitting at home, and if I start visualizing or picturing myself wrestling somebody or competing against somebody or fighting somebody, like, my heart rate will raise. Like, I will get, like, an adrenaline rush. Like, I just start getting nerves, like not anxiety, but just nerves about competing and wanting to compete. And so when it's the day of competition, I can't control those nerves, and they're, like, constantly on my head or on my mind. Like, I really just embrace them. I just visualize, like, what I'm going to do and what my next move's going to be. And I just think about, like, if she punches me here, I'm going to move here. And if she kicks here, this is what I'm going to counter with. And I just try to use it to really just be in my head and think. I try to take time before competitions to myself to stay away from family or friends. As much as I love them, I feel like solitude kind of helps me get my mind straight. And just really being peaceful. Maybe, like, go for a walk or something before my fight. I went and gotten waffles the morning of. Got to have a champion's breakfast, you know. Can't change anything up about my life right before a fight. Then it's going to be all wonky. You gotta feel comfortable.
True. Yeah. Now, I have a segment on the show. I call it the 5 count. It's just 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible.
Okay.
All right. What is your workout music of choice?
Rap, definitely.
Oh. Is there a certain rapper, like, or a certain era?
No, I just like the greats, like 21 Savage, Drake, and not the greats, but the current greats. Just the people that you hear on the radio that are popular.
Nice. Obviously Houston's had a very good rap scene for a very long time, so.
Oh yeah, we've got some good H-Town classics like DJ Screw,
Paul Wall, Mike Jones, Chameleonaire. Yeah. UGK, like, yeah. That whole area.
Yeah, we have a very extensive screwed up rap history in Houston. And we actually have at my gym every June 26th we have DJ Screw Day because he has a song called June 26th Freestyle. It's like a 30-minute freestyle, and we just roll for like the entire freestyle.
What?
It's tiring.
I love that. June 26th. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yep, we call it Screw Jitsu.
I think have you reached out to the other Houston rappers to try to get on this as well?
No, but we need to reach out to other Houston gyms and make it a big open map. We've been making it an open map, but it hasn't been as big as we wanted the last couple of years. We've only done it like 2 years, but it's been pretty cool. We'll like set up some mats up at Eleanor Tinsley Park where you can see the city skyline. And it's awesome, really cool.
When I think of that, what's the Guinness Book of World Records for the most people rolling at one time? I feel like the screwed up. I think that would work.
Oh man, I don't know.
Things popping in my brain all of a sudden. Okay. If you owned a liquor company, brewery, winery, or coffee shop, which one would you own and what would the name be?
Oh man, I would own a coffee shop because I don't drink alcohol at all. And I love
Good for
coffee.
You.
Thank you. Not because I'm an alcoholic or anything. I just don't like it. I think it's poison. So I don't really like alcohol. Don't like the way it makes me feel. I would get a coffee shop, and I guess, man, I don't know. That's a hard question on the name. Maybe like Gwynn's Beans.
That's good. Yeah.
It's weird. It's got my last name in there.
I know there's a good one down in Houston, Coral Sword, that is a coffee shop and a tabletop game that has so many tabletop games you could play, but also enjoy great coffee. So yeah.
I'm looking it up right now. Shout out to them, and I'm going to go check them out.
They are actually owned by, well, I know they used to be, the Hunter Pence, who played for the Astros. He played for the San Francisco Giants, Texas Rangers. He grew up here in Arlington, where I'm from. We went to elementary school for 2 years together, and I interviewed him and his lovely wife, Lexi, and they own that place. So that's how I know about it.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely going to go check them out.
Anybody in the Houston area, I highly recommend Coral Sword, so definitely go check that out. What are the last 3 things you Googled, I guess, now besides Coral Sword?
Oh, man, let me go look. Okay, besides Coral Sword and all the things about Funko Pop, the Gypsy Poet is one of them, which is also a Houston food place. It's a pizza place that is apparently really good that my boyfriend was talking about, so shout out to Gypsy Poet. The Art Car Museum in Houston, so I was trying to find something to do today, but apparently they're by appointment only. So I'm going to make an appointment with them sometime soon to go see Art Museum. And let's see. Me and my boyfriend were trying to wonder. We just visited New York, and there were so many people in the subways, and we were trying to guess, like, how many people do you think ride the subway each day? And I looked it up. Yes. So, in April, they surpassed 4 million riders in a single day. 4 million! Yeah. That's insane. That's just New York City subway.
I don't know if London or South Korea is more. Actually, I don't know if it's I don't know. There's London, Tokyo, and South Korea that I think might be more. I could be wrong, but
that is insane.
We're not here talking about subways. I'm definitely gonna Google that afterwards. Though. Okay. Who or what inspires you?
I don't like to say who inspires me. I feel like that's like idolizing people, and I try to think of myself as pretty religious, and not really supposed to have any sort of idols. So also people fail all the time, and then you're like, oh man, that was my idol, and they failed. So I try not to have idols or have anybody who's a who that inspire me. But if I had a who as a collective, it would be like my teammates and how hard they work. I'm not even to get all sappy. Like, I see all my teammates work super hard and train super hard, and any day that I want to like slack, I see my coach post about them all like practice that day, and I see them sweating and bleeding together, and I'm like, man, I'm not there. So those people inspire me to get up and do my thing every day because they really keep me accountable. And what inspires me is that I have put into my life. I have trained for over a third of my life, and I always think about this quote that I saw one time that's like, I didn't come this far just to get this far. I feel like I have a skill set that not a lot of people have. And, you know, there are, you know, a growing population of female MMA fighters, but, I think now is a prime time to jump in. And so the fact that I could potentially be a UFC fighter and I could even potentially one day be a UFC world champion is what inspires me every day to get up and do the thing.
I love that. Now, I normally ask, what would you ask your 17-year-old self, but that was only 5 years ago. So I will ask, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh, that's an awesome question. In the next 5 to 10 years, I see myself in the UFC, of course. You know, I'd like to fight until I'm like 35. So we've got a long time to go. I think that I think I started training MMA in 2020. I think I had my first MMA fight in 2021. It's been 2 years since my coming up on 2 years since my first MMA fight. I think it's passed. And I had thought that by now I would have already turned pro, but I was out for a year and had a hand surgery, and that kind of kicked me out. So reset now is my 5-year timer when I'll think I'll get in the UFC, 5 years or less. And maybe in 10 years I'll be a world champ.
I love that. Now, if people wanted to find you online, watch your fights, follow your career, go to your GoFundMe so that you can go over to Tokyo and be the first MMA fighter that is a world sumo champion, how can they do all the things?
Yeah, you can go to my Instagram. It's at skeevy.kid, SKEEVY.KID. I made that name up in 15 in high school, don't ask.
I was going to, but I didn't want to.
It's a name I made up so my parents wouldn't know I had an Instagram again, because I was totally grounded. And it was just like a little skater name that I came up with, because me and my friends were always saying skeevy, like that was our word. So it means distasteful or like disrespectful. I cuss like a sailor sometimes, and sometimes talk about not super appropriate things. So I feel like skeevy is a good fitter. And I have people who call me Skeevy, like, by a nickname now, so I can't change it now.
That's awesome. I've had so much fun with this conversation, and I'm going to go Google so many things after this. Thank you, Madison, for your time, and I wish you nothing but the best in your future, and I can't wait to have you back on the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it as well. This has been awesome. I'm super blessed to have the opportunity to get my name out there and get more exposure in the MMA community. I think your podcast is super cool. Actually, the concept of Brewsers, beer and MMA. I don't personally drink, like I said, but I still think the name is super catchy.
Thank you. Yes, that was the point made up by my girlfriend. She's like, you love all these things, put them together, and then call it Brewsers, and then spell it like Brews, and so yeah, that worked. So, thank you so
give
much.
her a high five for me. She made a great name.
I'm going to go in the next room and give her a high five, and she's going to be like, what was that for? And so.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you so much to Madison for being on the show. Again, please support her in her sumo journey, and I also, keep supporting her in her jiu-jitsu journey as well. She is such a fun person to talk to, and after the show, I actually looked up the most subwayed cities. It is Tokyo, Japan. It's crazy. Like over, I think it was 5 or 6 million people every day. It's absolutely insane. So, little fun facts like that you could also find on our newsletter. So make sure to sign up for it. Every Tuesday, Thursday it comes out. You get even more information about our guest and little fun facts like that. So while you're out doing all those things, make sure to follow us on the social media as well. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSCRSPOD. It is on the Threads. It is on the Instagram. It is on the Twitter or the X, whatever you want to call it. We're also on Facebook. We're also on Reddit, and we're also on YouTube. So also, if you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me directly, personally, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untappd. Find out what I'm drinking. Maybe you can even send me some beer. We can have beer together sometime. Who knows? Also, if you want to follow me on the Threads and the Instagram, it is official Rody John. And for an email, it is rodyjohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to go out and enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.